I did it. We did it. Like, we are here. Okay? Today marks 18 years that I have been somebody's mama. 18 years, y'all. Like, I kept an entire human alive and well. And today, my oldest baby, my first baby, turns 18 years old. And I've talked about this before. Every time my kid's birthday come around, like, I struggle. I struggle with all the feels and all the emotion. I'm that person, right? I love some nostalgia. So I start taking my trips down memory lane, and I start looking at the old baby pictures and the videos, and I start reminiscing about labor and births. And I mean, who wouldn't think about that? But I do it. But at the same time, I'm just truly in awe, because whole humans, like, when parents, we are raising humans, right? Like, we feed them and we bathe them and we keep them safe and we teach them things. Like, we be doing that. I did that for 18 years. If you've been here with me from the beginning, then you've heard me say multiple times that this one, Jay, the oldest, she changed my life, man. And I really don't think she even understands what that means for me. So today I'm going to tell her. Now listen, I know. My loyal BBMs and BBLs, pause. Y'all are tuned in right now and you are saying to yourself, I know darn well, like, she got Audacity. Audacity is on sale this year and she bought it because she ain't just hop up on this microphone after eons of not saying nothing to us, ain't gave us no trailer, no season 2, no sound bites, no nothing. Been up on TikTok and Instagram posting videos, ain't said a word about season 2. And I hear y'all. I know. Calm down. Don't hit me with my Ariana Grande shirt on, please.
You hurt me a little Ariana Grande shirt on.
Oh, no, please. I hear you. You in my DMs. You in my text messages. It's coming. It's been a wild few months, y'all. I promise it has been. And that's just going to make season 2 even better. An even wilder ride for y'all. But I promise you, if you trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. I have a whole list of special guests lined up to talk to y'all. They can't wait to talk to y'all. They on me too. Listen, they on me too. They like, what we doing? So they want to talk to y'all. So please stay tuned. And if you're new here, you're listening for the first time, do me a favor while you're here. Make sure you go follow Breathe Black Mom, the podcast, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. While you're there, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Yeah, because you already here. Might as well like it, subscribe it, so you can be updated too. Because season 2 is coming, despite what the people think. It's coming, I promise. The people have missed you. They've missed you all, and they cannot wait to update you. And if you do not know who the people are, well, that just means you got a lot of catching up to do, because we know you're new here. So go do that. Go catch up. And in the meantime, back to what I was saying. Hey, Jay, my pumpkin, my pretty brown girl, my firstborn. Today, you have entered into your first day of adulthood. You're legal. That's pretty much all it means, because, I mean, we'll talk about adulthood later, but it's today. And I am flooded with so many emotions, like nostalgia. You know, I've been looking at your pictures for days, and I'm proud and I'm excited. And of course, it's a little bittersweet at the same time. But, you know, this is not new for me. I go through this every single year on your birthday. But this year is hitting a little different because my baby is not a baby anymore. You gave me the gift of motherhood. You were my very first experience of a mother's love, and you were the person who changed my life and grew me up. And even though I was technically an adult when I found out I was pregnant with you, when I was 20, I was still very much a child. So many ways. Young, naive, dumb, you know, all the things. Much like you are right now. No shade. I thought I knew everything, much like you think you do. And I ain't know much of nothing at all. Couldn't wait to say I was grown, right? Wanted to do all the grown folks things and thought, you know, at this age, I know enough about being a grown-up, but I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't the type of grown-up that was mature enough to be somebody's mama, right? Like, I was still stingy. I didn't like to share stuff. I really enjoyed napping. Napping was amazing, and I haven't napped the same, since you were born. I haven't napped too well because, taking care of other humans. And on top of that, on top of enjoying a good nap, I was in my prime. You saw your mama. You saw the pictures. I was fly. You saw me with the belt around the waist and, the hair that was pressed and with the flat out. Girl, I was cute, okay? I was a sophomore in college. I was full of dreams and ambition. And then, boom, pregnant. And then I was full of fear and uncertainty and was scared to death. I was scared to death. What was it going to be like being somebody's mama? A kid, a child, a little girl, looking at me to do all the things. What kind of mother was I going to be? How was this going to turn out? Where would we end up? I had so many questions, not enough answers, and not one maternal bone in my body. I wasn't even the type to babysit kids when I was little. That won't my ministry, right? I didn't do the babysitting thing. That was your aunties. They babysitted the kids, not me. I was doing my thing. I wasn't watching nobody kids. But all of that changed when I first met you. I had this unexplainable love, fierce, right, that I had never felt before, never experienced before. But that day in the hospital, I knew. It all kicked in. I knew. And despite anything and everything and all the fears and the doubts and not knowing anything above anything else, I was going to protect you and I was going to love you with everything in me. And we was just going to have to figure out the rest along the way. And that's what we've been doing. That's what we've been doing for the past 18 years. I'm sure you'll tell them about it. I'll put you on the mic in season 2 because you be having a lot to say. We've been just figuring this thing out, right? Everything from how to change your diaper, because I didn't know how to do that. Nana taught me how to do that on Tickle Me Elmo. I didn't know how to change a diaper. How to do your hair, because Nana made me learn, because she used to do your hair. And she said, no, you got to learn. This is your daughter. So, yeah, I think I did pretty good. You had some cute little styles when you was little. I did it. Then I had to figure out how to teach you about your body, because you thought you were shaped like a rectangle. Remember that? What am I supposed to do with that when you think you shaped like a rectangle? We got through it. Really. You and Daddy got through it, because I was just sitting in the living room laughing. I didn't know what to say. But y'all got through it, okay? And now we figuring out colleges, and we filling out FAFSAs. I went to college. I ain't never did a FAFSA as a parent. I'm doing this stuff now. So we're navigating this thing together. We still in this together, kid. We still doing this. I didn't have the answers then. I still sometimes don't have them now. And most days, we be winging it. We be winging it. And it was my first time being a mama. I tell you that all the time. It's my first time doing this. It's my first time having a teenager. I tell you that stuff all the time. And it was your first time being, everything. It was your first time being on earth. It was your first time being a toddler. It was your first time being anything. All of it was your first. Raising you was not always easy. And not because of anything you did, but I was young. I was inexperienced, and I was still trying to find balance in my own growing pains and having to, take care of me, learning myself, and having a responsibility of nurturing you. I was walking into my own journey of adulthood, and I was still healing from choices that I made that deeply impacted both of us. But the goal was always you. You were always the reason why I wanted to be better, why I wanted to have better, and why I wanted to know better. You became my reason. You were my reason. You're still my reason. I want to apologize for all the times that I got it wrong. And I mean, like really wrong. Not those times when I was right and you thought I was wrong, because that's a lot of those times. The one and only time in your life when I had to whoop you. That time, I was right in that moment, because why would you con your little cousin out of his book fair money? Why would you do that? I was going to give you money for the book fair. Why would you con him out his money? So you had to get a whooping. You had to. The one time in your life that you remember. I did it. And I wasn't wrong that time. Yeah. Or, those times when you reached your teenage years and I thought it was going to have to like be either me or you. Like one of us was going to have to go. Because where you get that attitude from and that mouth, like who you get that from, it got to be the other side. It got to be the other side of the DNA. Because am I like that? I don't think I'm like that. I wouldn't dare. I think I should have, choke slammed you a couple of times. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful we have made it this far, like without me having to prove to you that I can fight in real life, because I love you. Like I didn't want to have to take you down. Like we can still do it if you want to, but we don't have to. And I'm grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful we never had to do that. But in all seriousness, I apologize for those times where I wasn't getting it right. The times where I was too hard on you, because the expectation can be great around here. And there are times where I know I was a little too hard on you, or times when I misunderstood you, and times when I didn't have the right words or the wisdom that you needed in the moment, when I missed opportunities to just be present with you, or times when I let my own insecurities as a mom spill over into how I was parenting you. And as the oldest and the firstborn, unfortunately, you had to form the blueprint of my parenting. And you were on the receiving end of me trying to navigate and learn everything. And I know, you're like, my sisters do this and I could never. I know. Because I was learning. Like, I ain't know. So now I know. Because you said, like, you should be proud. You should be proud because I'm a better mama because of you, right? Like, no? Okay. But thank you. Thank you for showing me grace. Thank you for showing me forgiveness. Thank you for being patient and understanding with me and still loving me, even though your mama didn't know. Like, you still loved me. But even in the midst of all those growing pains, like one thing that was always certain was how much I loved you. Hopefully that showed and you still feel that love today. And it was that love that was my anchor during the toughest moments, and that love that was my light in any of those dark times. You were, and you still are, my joy, my greatest joy. You've added to our lives so many memories and so many unforgettable moments. Like, your first steps, which I missed, by the way. Like, I wasn't there. So by the time I saw it, because mommy was away in college, it was like your 15th step, okay? But for me, it was your first step. Yeah. And then your obsession with eating string beans for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bean beans. You wanted them all the time. Like, it was the cutest thing. Witnessing you play with your imaginary friend Lucy. A little scary at times, but still. Core memory. To having to find out the hard way that Crayola crayons are actually non-toxic for all you parents out there. Just in case your child ingests one, my child ate a blue one. She didn't die. I called poison control. They said she was okay. So yeah, those things were, highlights. We've watched you learn your first toe points in ballet, to following you around the state and watching you compete in dance competitions, to, watching you cheer on the field and in the stands in high school, winning art competitions, like all the things. You went from following mommy around the campus of North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride, as a toddler. My classmates would feed you Skittles and candy to keep you quiet in class and buy you things because they knew I was bringing you, to now you following me around the house, telling me all the teenage tea and begging me for money for DoorDash. You need a job. We got to talk about that. But each stage of your life has brought new reasons for me to be grateful for you. Watching you grow into the young woman that you are has been one of my greatest privileges in life. And if I haven't said it enough, I'll say it again. You make me so very proud. Everything about who you are makes me proud, and it brings me joy. You are super talented, super loving, and just a joy to be around. And you brought light to every one of our lives. Speaking of our lives, I want to talk about the village for a minute that helped me raise you, because listen, baby, if not for them, we never would have made it, girl. Never would have made it. So first, I want to acknowledge your biological father. And I want to thank him for the seed that grew the gift that is you, our daughter. It's unfortunate that he missed out on the opportunity to watch you blossom so beautifully into the person that you are today. And that's not your fault. And I wish that he knew you the way that we all do. And it's my prayer, has been my prayer, and still is my prayer, that he will create those opportunities for the two of you in the future, because it's not too late. Your nana and your two aunties, they were the foundation and my rock as I learned what it meant to be a new mom. If it wasn't for them taking on the night shifts and making bottles and caring for you while I went to school to finish my degree, I don't know what I would do. I'm grateful for them. I could never repay them for all that they've been to you your whole life, not just in the beginning, and all that they did to support me. Now they got you spoiled rotten, and you work all their nerves, but that's their fault. I blame them, because they shouldn't have did it. But, I'm super grateful to Nana and your aunties for carrying me through those early seasons. Nana carried me through your pregnancy and through the finish line, and without her, I wouldn't have finished what I started, and I wouldn't have had the courage to keep going when it got tough. Your auntie grandpa, that you call her, has also been a strong presence for you, from coaching you to fussing with you to being your dance TikTok partner, and making you put some respect on her sister's name, because she, when you be trying me, she be ready to knuck up with you and buck up with you, as she should. But she is one of your greatest and biggest supporters, and I'm so grateful to her for the impact that she's also had in your life. And then you've been so blessed with these amazing grandparents, both Papas and Gigi's and great grandparents who have covered you and loved on you and imparted wisdom and given you lifetime memories and experiences that you won't forget. And they've also spoiled you too much too. And I'm grateful to them, because they have been a vital part of your village. And then your godparents, who are the greatest of all time, not just because of how much they love you, but even more so with how much they loved and supported your mama in raising you. They kept their word to me. They've been amazing to you and a huge blessing and part of our life. And there are so many other aunties, mommy's close friends that are like aunties to you, extended family, teachers, mentors, so many people who have poured into your life and mine. They've helped shape you into the remarkable person that you are today, and I'm forever grateful to them for their love and support. But there is one last honorable mention who shall not go unnoticed. One of the greatest additions and blessings that God could have ever added to our lives, and the person who has partnered with me in raising you, Daddy. I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to my husband, the man who stepped into your life at just 6 months old and embraced this role of being your father with open arms, loving and providing for a child that is not biologically yours. That takes a special kind of strength and selflessness, and he has shown nothing but unwavering, unconditional love, dedication, and sacrifice to you. He's poured his heart into raising you and making sure that we both had the life we're living today. Watching you two as you grew up, watching you two now, always just brings me joy, even when y'all fussing and getting on my nerves. Jesus, he gonna miss you when you go. You gonna miss him when you out of the house and you in college. Y'all gonna miss each other. But from the nights when he would ride you around town in the car until you fell asleep, to all the big moments and everything in between, he has always been present, never missing a beat, never missing a performance, any milestone. He's been our rock and our provider and our protector. And I want to thank him for showing you what it means to be loved unconditionally, and for showing me what it means to have a true partner in parenting you. And we are so blessed to have you, babe, and we love you more than words can show. Jay, I know you're scared, and I know you don't feel ready, and the word adult makes you cringe. But as you step into this next chapter, kicking and screaming and crying and stressing, I want you to embrace and take ownership of what lies ahead for you. I want you to remember all the things that we have poured into you over the years, and keep God and those nuggets of wisdom as a guide for everything you go through. I want you to continue to know your worth, shine your light, Don't allow anyone or anything to rob you of who you are. I want you to know that my love for you is limitless. It's unconditional, and it will never change. I'll always be here, praying for you, cheering for you, lifting your spirits, fussing at you when you're wrong, holding you accountable, and loving you endlessly. You are the first person to call me mommy, my first experience of unconditional love, and you are the person who changed my life. My pretty brown girl, thank you for choosing me to be your mom. I am beyond proud of the young lady that you have blossomed into, and I'm so excited to witness all that God has in store for you. I pray that God allows me many, many more years on earth so I can witness it all. You got this, and you'll always have me. I guess now, maybe, I can allow you to be my little bestie, but not too much on that. I'm still your mama, and you'll forever be my baby. Happy 18th birthday, Jay. Love, Mommy.